You know, I haven't really given it too much attention about this whole Thomas Tuchel to Man United, and even at times Rudiger news to Man United. I've really given it zero attention because I find it all funny. But I've taken the liberty to check out some Man United content in the last 24 hours, and they actually somewhat believe this, and it's quite mad, and it allows me to talk about how laughable their football club has been for a very, very long time now.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to talk about something very, very interesting. Not entirely Chelsea news, but at the same time, a little bit of Chelsea flavor, of course, being our manager and another player of ours that is supposedly linked with Man United. Well, that's what Man United fans think. That's what Man United sort of journalists or correspondents and publications that write their stories tend to believe. And I thought, let's check this out. Let's explore this. It allows me to talk about how incredibly awful they've been in their decline. Not just this season, because this season was monumental, but for a very long time, they haven't won anything in the last 5 seasons or 5 years, something like that. Haven't won a Premier League for a very long time as well, well over 10 years, something like that. And yeah, it gives me a good opportunity to talk about Man United. And I do want to, have the ability to talk about other clubs as well every now and then. I'm thinking about what that show might be called or what that segment might be called. Obviously, there's many segments in this particular channel, your truth bombs. Then obviously you have your previews, reviews, Chelsea News Blitz. So thinking about a particular segment for this, but let me know in the comments below what could be a segment where I can cover other stuff as well. But ladies and gentlemen, I was checking out the United stand because Mark Goldbridge at times says a lot of crazy stuff, but he's very well spoken, and most times comes out very, very respectful in the way he sort of carries himself in social media. As you can see, there's a thumbnail over there, Tuchel to United. It's just over here where I'm hovering, and there's actually publications in Man United that actually think that this is a possibility. Obviously, you guys know Jamie Carragher was suggesting this move through all this debacle that's been happening with Chelsea in recent times. And he was suggesting, if I were Man United, I would go all the way and get, Thomas Tuchel. I'll make sure, break the bank and whatnot and get Thomas Tuchel at Man United. And he was like, why wouldn't he go there? It's a fantastic club. It's a top club, this and the other. And, he can earn a lot of money. But good thing is, Mark Goldbridge, he doesn't buy it one bit. And, he was basically saying that this is a bit of a crazy story, even though the news is out there. Look, ladies and gentlemen, why would Thomas Tuchel would even entertain this situation? I mean, if I was Thomas Tuchel, I'd rather be in the situation at Chelsea without an owner as opposed to going to Man United where they want their owners to be gone. Their owners seem to be, from their fans' perspective, the biggest issue. And I tend to kind of agree as well. How can the owners allow for such mediocrity? For 5 years, they've not won a single trophy, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years. Forget about the Premier League, but they haven't even picked up any of the domestic competitions. And in Europe, they're an absolute abysmal. Last season, they lost Europa to Villarreal. This season, they just got knocked out of the round of 16 in Champions League by Atletico Madrid. They've already been knocked out from the FA Cup. They've already been knocked out, well, Carabao Cup's finished, and they're nowhere near the favourites in terms of top 4 in the Premier League. You'd probably have Arsenal up there. Spurs are probably making a late challenge. Man United, and the caliber of players that they got as well this season. Ronaldo, Varane, Sancho. Why would Thomas Tuchel would even entertain this? It's mad. That whole institution, everything stinks at that place. Every little thing, players, and we're going to touch on some of the other stuff as well right now, as to showcase how mad that football club has been, and the decline of that football club has been absolutely gargantuan. This is, as you guys know, Saeed TV, ladies and gentlemen, very well-known Man United content maker, and in his latest stream as well, he talks about, well, him and Adam Matic, another Man United fan and very prominent in the United stand, talks about how they would go all out and get Antonio Rudiger. I mean, it's crazy. I have to say, these Man United fans, they are smoking some real good stuff. They really are. This, ladies and gentlemen, one of the first reasons as to why their football club is on a downward spiral. This is very well said from Simon Jordan. There's a lot of stuff that Simon Jordan says that are highly controversial, and sometimes I don't agree, but there are a few things that are that he's absolutely spot on about. He talks about Harry Maguire as the embodiment of the new Manchester United, and this is the headline for that particular, transcript. Not good enough. Harry Maguire's embodiment of new Manchester United, and Leicester must be laughed. Leicester must have laughed all the way to the bank, says Simon Jordan. If you think he's in the same breath as Virgil van Dijk, you're unwell. I mean, some of these Man United fans, they are so deluded. They actually at one point thought Harry Maguire is in the same breath as Virgil van Dijk. Harry Maguire is probably, I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, is probably one of the worst players, let alone defenders, in world football that I've ever seen. Leicester, an absolute daylight robbery. And Leicester's done that quite a bit. They've done that with Drinkwater as well. But this guy, every time I watch Man United, he's making mistakes. He's so uncomfortable with the ball. He does not understand positioning. And he's clumsy. He is so clumsy. And the fact that he's their captain, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. Why would Thomas Tuchel would want to go there and be associated with these type of players? I mean, then again, it is Thomas Tuchel. He's probably, has the capabilities of creating more miracles the way he's done miracles with us, some of our players. But this would be one monumental miracle. I mean, this guy is a horrible, horrendous player. How he is Man United captain, it's absolutely mad, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, Marcus Rashford, a youngster, one of their academy prodigies, products. He's gone around. This is the other issue, not just with Man United, but a lot of their players have this issue, and this is another reason why would Thomas Tuchel even entertain this move? Marcus Rashford. The amount of time I see this player on social media trying to justify his position or justify a particular situation is sickening. It really is. No one wants to hear about it, Marcus. Play football, because right now you are playing some pathetic brand of football. I kid you not. Against Atletico Madrid, ladies and gentlemen, I did not even notice Marcus Rashford. I know he came off the bench. Was it against Spurs as well? Spurs, I did not notice him. He is all of a sudden turned out to be abysmal player as well. There was a moment where he was going through some fine form, but to be honest, I never actually rated him that highly. I thought he was a decent player, but Man United fans, once again, they thought he was the, sort of next coming of Cristiano Ronaldo because of the way he runs and whatnot. But this guy, well short of, that caliber of a mark. I mean, recently he's been caught out with, public issues after the Atletico Madrid game. There was a bit of a issue from some of the fans screaming out certain things, and then he retaliated, and then he had to come in social media and talk about it. And look at this, an absolute essay that is written out, and he's got a lot of hate message off the back of that. And look at this, all he seems to do, the GOAT Cristiano, tags Cristiano Ronaldo on everything on Instagram, sucking up to Cristiano Ronaldo as much as he can. But this issue in the social media with these players and the fact that they're going out and writing this stuff. Marcus Rashford is probably the king at it. He does a lot of this and he needs to stop. But there are other players as well. I still remember when Azpilicueta used to do that every time we used to lose. Under Sarri's season, every second game we'd lose to someone, and then Aspi would come out and publicly state a lot of stuff, and I'd hate that. Some of these players, less is good. The less you speak, the less you sort of talk on social media, unless you're in social media and you want to be sort of like a funny guy like Saint Alan Maximin, then go for it. But don't be coming to social media and telling me your life story, because I'm telling you, no one really wants to know. And Marcus Rashford, since he got the tag off MBE, seems like he's forgotten how to play football. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, how can we forget about this guy? Mason Greenwood. Big time headline article earlier sort of this year. Earlier this year. And, this matter is still not resolved. That's another reason. Why would Thomas Tuchel get himself into that mess? I mean, at least with Chelsea, it's just the ownership situation. And I say it's a huge situation. But the players are together. We are fighting together. We're winning football games. These guys are getting crashed out. We are making every final under Thomas Tuchel. There's no reason for him to leave. And, this is another big headache for Man United. It's a reputational damage for them as well. You guys would have seen the video I made for Mason Greenwood when that situation happened. Next up, Cristiano Ronaldo, ladies and gentlemen. I still think he's a very, very good player. And Man United, the way they're playing now, they much like the way, I suppose, with Lukaku, look, there doesn't seem to be any interest. With Ronaldo, you can tell he's interested to still play. The performance he put up against Spurs and the earlier sort of performances in the Champions League in the group stage, if it wasn't him, Man United don't even get out of the group stage. The thing with Man United, and I can genuinely sort of say this because I've seen a few they don't actually provide him service. He needs those days when he was in Real Madrid, the service was coming from midfield, from the flanks, even in Juventus. He was getting good service. With Man United, he's getting nothing, nada. Players like Fred and McTominay in midfield. And then you've got fullbacks like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Alex Telles. They're just not good enough. Dalot, they're not good enough. Their midfield is not good enough. Their defenders, their fullbacks, there's not enough purchase. Players like Bruno Fernandes we're going to get to seems to disappear in big match. And then Ronaldo himself coming up with an interview not that long ago. So many subliminal messages, subtle messages, having a go at United and the players. The culture. Look at this. Not here to be sixth place. Ronaldo unloads on United culture in the skating interview. Check that out if you've missed that. I mean, once again, why would Thomas Tuchel and even Rudiger, why would Antonio Rudiger, if I was Antonio Rudiger, seriously, I would think about staying patient as possible, see how this ownership situation happens. There's some conversations, ladies and gentlemen, that the new prospective owners, they are apparently contacting Rudiger's agent and just asking, hey, we want to make sure that we can sign this player up as soon as we buy Chelsea Football Club. So if I'm Rudiger, I'd stay patient because something could just happen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Bruno Fernandes. I've never liked to associate the word fraud on a particular player, but he's the first guy I have to brand the word fraud, because this guy, I kid you not, every big Man United games I've watched, whether it be Man City, last season Europa League final, many other matches, Liverpool, so on and so forth, even us, this brother just simply does not want to show up. He runs away from, as soon as there is action and you need your talisman to show up, he runs away. Like a coward, he absolutely runs away. And this season, he's even sort of produced this new attribute, skill set, where all he does is just hand gestures, getting mad at other players or getting mad at the referees. against Atletico Madrid, honestly, all he did was he man-marked the referee. As you can see, I was mocking him the other day. Apparently, Bruno Fernandes is still man-marking the referee. All he did was just be in the referee's pocket. Complaining. And even when they got knocked out by Atletico Madrid, he ran and he started complaining to the referee, to the point where even Atletico Madrid players had to push him. They were like, mate, just give it up. You lost. You got beat. And you were rubbish, actually, Bruno Fernandes. Your performance was pathetic. The amount of possessions you lost, Bruno Fernandes, was mad. Why? Why would Thomas Tuchel want to go to this football club? Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Trey is a particular account I simply follow because he's a bit of a troll. Signed, but sometimes he talks a lot of facts. Signed Ronaldo, Varane, and Sancho, and all we achieved was no trophies and Europa League football for next season. We were sold dreams. I mean, it's mad, ladies and gentlemen. The decline of Man United, the amount of managers they've gone through as well. We talk about the amount of managers we chop and change, but at least we win trophies. We've won trophies every time we've chopped and changed. Bar, I suppose, Frank Lampard. But Frank Lampard was in tumultuous sort of situation with transfer ban. Sarri won Europa. Conte, League and FA Cup. Everyone, Jose Mourinho before that. Everyone, we chop and chase, we win trophies. Thomas Tuchel, he's just collecting trophies. Champions League, Super League, Club World Cup. Man United, on the other hand, they've been changing too since Sir Alex Ferguson, David Moyes, Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There were some caretaker sort of managers in between as well. And now Ralph Rangnick. Jose was the last one, 5 years ago. And that too was a Europa League and Carabao Cup. They've got issues. That football club, even with owners, and it's not like they don't spend money. They just don't spend it wisely. And at the same time, their owners are not ruthless enough. They don't have that winning mentality, whereas we do. It's in our DNA. Man United did under Sir Alex Ferguson, but in the last since he's left, it's all about just profits. It's all about how you can make the bottom line, that profitability. It's all about selling merchandise, making enough money, and just keep making it to Champions League if you can. Even now, they can't even make it to Champions League. So, ladies and gentlemen, the decline for Man United is unbelievable, and I don't think this is going to stop. And it's mad to even think that Thomas Tuchel will go there, would even entertain. If something was to happen to our football club and it sort of in turmoil, even with the new owners, which I doubt it, hopefully, we get solid new owners and, we sign up Thomas Tuchel for a long run and we move on. But even if that didn't happen, cannot ever picture Thomas Tuchel going to Man United. I mean, the sensible mind would not even think about going there. And even that goes with Antonio Rudiger. Madness for him to even think about going to that football club when, if Chelsea wasn't an option, Real Madrid perhaps, Bayern Munich, so many other clubs to think about. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about this particular topic that we've raised. And also, I do want to share, yes, 100%, ladies and gentlemen. How can I forget this? I do need to let you guys know this. This particular video, ladies and gentlemen, is sponsored by Pro Football Shirts. And you guys would have seen this previously by me, doing this promotion, and it's back again. 50% off on all of these shirts. Further 10% with my code. Please check out the description below. These are replicas, but they are just as good as real. I wear them sometimes. You guys would have seen it. They're brilliant. This one I'm going to be getting in this particular promotion. I want to get this Trivago one, that Inter Milan, make Lukaku happy. But yeah, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Club World Cup badge, the Champions League badge. You can get that as well. That's £36, but further 10% off. So you're going to get a lot more discount. Get in on this act, ladies and gentlemen. The link is in the description. The code is in the description. Don't miss out on this. These jerseys are fantastic. As I said, you would have seen me wear it. So make sure you get in on that act. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Take care and see ya.